It seems like it's officially the year of war, and it's not that we're inching closer to World War III, we're actually already in it. The latest is the war between Iran and Israel after Israel launched deadly attacks on Iran's nuclear facilities and also killed its top military leadership and nuclear scientists. Why? Because Israel feared that Iran was very close to developing nuclear weapons, even though talks about containing Iran's nuclear program were ongoing with the US. But it's kind of ironic for Israel to be crying wolf about anyone else's nuclear weapons because Israel itself has nuclear weapons without being a signatory to the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. So if anything, that plus Netanyahu's tendency to carry out war crimes with impunity makes Israel itself the biggest threat to the rest of the world. By the way, did you know that Israel has also tried to attack Pakistan multiple times because of our nuclear capabilities? For a nation that has nuclear monopoly in the Middle East, Israel is strangely obsessed with the Muslim country's power to do the same. And of course, they also hate us because we're one of the few nations to not recognize Israel and have been pro-Palestine from the moment we came into existence. All three of these attacks were plotted in collaboration with India, but upon Pakistan's retaliatory threats and, well, our own nuclear powers, India backed off, and then so did Israel. And talking of India-Israel friendship, my favorite part of all of this was watching Indians go into an absolute spiral after their bestie Israel put out this map which showed Jammu and Kashmir as part of Pakistan. And I'm sure it hurt because not only has India been one of the few countries to not condemn Israeli aggression in Iran, it has also abstained from voting in the United Nations General Assembly on a draft resolution that demanded immediate, unconditional, and permanent ceasefire in Gaza. By the way, India is also Israel's largest weapons buyer, and according to Al Jazeera, in 2024, Indian weapons firms also sold rockets and explosives to Israel that were used in Gaza. But India also enjoys very good economic relations with Iran, so it may have to tread carefully. Anyway, back to Iran. Over the past 3 days, both sides have launched a barrage of missiles, and many Israelis are already fleeing the country. Sadly, the internet is not sympathizing with Israelis, and we all know why. But what can we expect next? Now, Israel's goals in Iran definitely seem much larger than just destroying its nuclear capabilities, especially with the way it's gone after its leadership. And although they've attacked another nuclear enrichment plant in its latest attacks, experts doubt Israel has the power to destroy Iran's plans completely. It's also possible that Iran will work towards safeguarding their nuclear weapons even more. In fact, Israel's chase may force Iran to rush to make a nuclear bomb sooner than it planned to. The other suggestion is that Israel is after a regime change in Iran, meaning that they want to topple the Islamic Republic under Khomeini. Netanyahu actually thinks that he can turn the anti-Islamic State folks into supporting him while he literally bombs them. He's even tried to weaponize the women life freedom movement. Now, there's no doubt that many Iranians are unhappy with the state of the economy, the lack of freedom of speech, the lack of women's rights and minority rights, but it's very unlikely that they would support Netanyahu. There also seems to be no solid opposition in Iran at the moment that could take over. But here's something even more alarming. Some analysts are also talking about the Greater Israel Plan, which aims to expand the Jewish state from the Nile to the Euphrates, meaning from Medina to Lebanon, including territories from Egypt, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, all of Jordan, and the occupied Palestinian territories. Insane, I know. Here's something else to keep in mind. Iran is a very big country. Its population is bigger than Britain, France, and Germany, and it invests heavily in its military. It's got extensive arsenal and also a wide network of proxy militias across the Middle East, even if Hezbollah and Hamas have been seriously weakened in the past year. If anything, Iran has been holding back, and it was also on track to renew talks about containing its nuclear powers. But the recent escalation and aggression from Israel will be a true test and possibly show of how weak or powerful Iran really is.